Good day, my name is IfeKristi Ayo-Obiremi, and I'm a mass communication researcher in Bowen University, Iwo, Osun State, Nigeria. I'm presenting the topic Celebrating the Nigerian Woman on International Women's Day and African Women's Day. Women over the years in different continents of the world have made tremendous progress and tremendous contribution to science, technology, engineering, medicine, and every other field across different walks of life. They were relegated to the background many years ago in a society where the men were rampant, where the men were the ones doing so many things. However, over the years, their voices began to be heard, their opinions began to be noticed and recognized, and women began to become very important personnel when it comes to different things in the society. Because of this, women decided that if we are contributing to the society, the different things that we are talking about in science, medicine, engineering, technology, and every other field, including communication and many others, then our voices need to be heard more than they currently are heard. Our views need to be understood and to be appreciated and established. And because of this, the International Women's Day, which happens and which is celebrated March 8th every year, came to be. This was birthed so many years ago, and different countries, different continents of the world embraced the International Women's Day to celebrate the achievements of women, to celebrate their progress, to celebrate their development in the society, and to celebrate the things that they've done to make sure that the society is where it is to be in different fields, in different fields and different things that they do. The International Women's Day is celebrated in many African countries and many other countries as a day that women are recognized, women are appreciated, women are celebrated. Organizations, groups, individuals, the government, some places in some countries, they make this day a national holiday where they say women should just go enjoy themselves, they should be appreciated, women should come out in their large number and come to be celebrated. Nigeria is not an exception, as the International Women's Day is celebrated annually. Different organizations, newspaper houses, brands, so many people, so many groups come out to celebrate women, and women themselves come together to ensure that this day is a day that is remembered for good. The African continent in 1962 decided that, aside the International Women's Day, the Pan-African Women Organization in one of their meetings in Tanzania came together and said, the African continent should celebrate our foremothers. We should celebrate their contribution to liberation. We should celebrate their contribution to development. We should celebrate the things that they've done over the years. And at the same time, we should use the opportunity of the African Women's Day or the Pan-African Women's Day to make sure that women's voices are heard and women are celebrated as another day aside the International Women's Day. And then in 1962, the African Union and Pan-African Women's Organization established the African Women's Day on July 31 every year. Some African countries have decided to make this day, aside the International Women's Day, have decided to make this day a day where the African woman is celebrated. The African woman has fought for her rights. The African woman has contributed to society. The African woman has been a voice in so many fields and so many areas. The African woman has contributed so much to the growth and development of the society, of liberation, and of Africa as a whole. We have different African countries that give this day as a public holiday. Some countries like South Africa even have another day aside the International Women's Day and aside the African Women's Day, and they have the South African Women's Day, which is quite interesting because women are regarded as very important parts of the society. However, back to the African Women's Day. This day is celebrated July 31 annually. Women are celebrated, women are acknowledged, their voices are heard. Current issues that is affecting the African woman is decided, is talked about, and all of that. Nigeria is the giant of Africa. Then the question arises, why does the Nigerian society not celebrate African Women's Day? This has birthed concerns, this has birthed questions that the giant of Africa should be one of the countries that take the African Women's Day and celebrate it in grand style. Make sure that women come together for their voices to be heard and for their opinions to count. In the Soapbox Science 2022, August edition 2022, I would be presenting and speaking on celebrating the Nigerian woman, not just on International Women's Day, but on African Women's Day, because Nigeria as the giant of Africa should celebrate her women. not just on African Women's Day especially. There should be more awareness about the African Women's Day. Organizations, governments, individuals should acknowledge this day to celebrate the feat of African women, and not just women all over the world, but African women, the things that African women have done, and also table their consent in different sectors, different organizations, so that the voices of African women can be heard the more, and so that their opinions will count, to ensure that everything goes on well and the African woman is celebrated beyond that which is currently happening. Thank you.